so sorry to wake you, but I just got in. I'm so glad that you called, and I'm sorry you're so sick. This is awful. But don't worry, I canceled everything that I have today so that I could take care of you. Oh, don't worry about it. You're the most important thing to me right now, so this is exactly where I want to be. Yeah, of course. You poor thing. It's okay. It's going to be fine. I brought some things to hopefully help you feel better. First things first. I brought you some herbal tea. Would you like some? I think it'll make your throat feel better. Okay, great. I know you're stuffed up right now, so you can't smell it, but hopefully when I steep it, you'll be able to smell it because it smells amazing. Why don't I go make some? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I think that you drifted off. I'm sorry. I do want you to have some sleep, but first, I want you to get better. So, here's your tea. It's got vitamin C and orange peel. I think it'll be really good for you. Why don't I pour some? I got a little on the bed, sorry. Here, why don't you take a sip? How does that feel? Good. One more. There we go. Are you good for now? Okay. If you want more, just let me know. Okay. I also brought you this blanket. It's my favorite blanket to nap with when I'm sick. It's so soft, and I was just pulling it out of the dryer when you called. It's still a little warm. Why don't I cover you? It'll be nice and comfy. There you go. How does that feel? Good. I know that when you're sick, you can feel really down and kind of yucky, so I brought some things to just help make you look a little better, so maybe you'll feel a little better. Just simple things. I thought maybe I could just wash up your face a little bit and brush your hair. Would that be okay? Okay, good. So first, let's just wash you up a little bit. I brought this bowl, and while I was making the tea, I just heated up some water in the kettle. It's warm now, not hot, so let's just fill this up. There, I think that should be good. So now that we have this water, I brought a washcloth in. It's nice and soft. So I'm just going to dip it in here. There we go. And we'll just wash you up a little bit. There we go. There we go. I think the one good thing about being sick is that you have somebody to take care of you. And I'm so glad that you called me. That looks much better. Great. Just go ahead and rinse this. If we need to use it again, I'll have it right there. How are you feeling? Do you need another sip of tea? No? Okay. Just relax. Everything's going to be okay. You're looking better already since when I first arrived. I hope you're feeling a little better. Good. Good. We're going to nap soon. I just brought a few other things. Okay. Why don't you close your eyes and let me finish just making you look better so that you can feel better. Okay? Okay. Very good. I'm just going to clean your ears a little bit. I think it'll make you feel a little better. I'll start over here. Does that feel okay? Okay. I know that it can feel a little odd to let somebody take care of you, but it's so important to get better fast, and I want to help you with that. Great. I'm going to move on to this one. Does that feel okay? Okay. Are you starting to drift off a little? That's okay. There we go. Okay. Why don't you keep your eyes closed and feel free to drift off. Just going to give you a little scalp massage, if that's you starting to feel a little better? Good. Oh, your nose is running a little bit. Don't worry. I got it. There you go. Much better. I know it's hard to let somebody else take care of you, but it's so important. Does your throat still hurt a little? I did bring these cough drops if you'd like some. It's just cherry flavored, regular cough drop. Would you like one? Okay. Here you go. I know that you generally like the homeopathic path to feeling better or approach to feeling better, but just in case you changed your mind, I did bring some medicine. is Tylenol Cold Multi-Symptom. I've taken it before and it does help. And it feels nice and soothing on your throat. It says that it relieves headache, fever, sore throat, nasal congestion, cough, and it clears out chest mucus. Would you like to try some? Okay. I didn't think you would, but I wanted to bring it just in case. If you change your mind, let me know. I'll put it right here. And finally, to help you go to sleep, I brought this book of fairy tales. I thought I could read you one to help you drift off. Would you like that? Great. Let's see. There's the Gingerbread Man, Cinderella, Goldilocks, and the Three Bears. Cinderella. Okay, great. That's on page 28. Cinderella. Have a good nap. Once upon a time, there was a kind, sweet girl called Cinderella. Her mother died when she was very young, and her father married again. But his new wife was mean and bossy. Her two daughters, Anastasia and Drusilla, were as mean and nasty as their mother. They treated Cinderella like a servant. One morning, Cinderella was busy polishing her stepsister's shoes when there was a knock at the door. "What are you waiting for?" snapped Drusilla. "Answer it." Cinderella opened the door to find a smart footman. He handed her a gold envelope and made a graceful bow. "The palace is holding a ball for the prince's birthday tonight," he announced. "Every girl in the kingdom is invited." "It's not meant for you," cried Anastasia, snatching the invitation. "But the footman said that every girl is invited," protested Cinderella's father. "Of course she may go," said Cinderella's stepmother, slyly, "as long as she has finished all of her chores." Cinderella was thrilled. "I'll start my jobs right away." But no matter how hard Cinderella worked, her list of jobs just kept growing. Her stepsisters and stepmother saw to that. "Iron my dress, brush my hair, paint my nails, fetch my necklace." "Oh dear," giggled the stepsisters when the coach arrived to take them to the palace. "Aren't you ready yet?" And they flounced out, laughing unkindly. Poor Cinderella sat by the fireside, and big tears rolled down her cheeks. "I wish I could wear a pretty dress and meet the prince," she sighed. "Wishes can come true," whispered a voice. Suddenly the room was filled with sparkling light as a fairy appeared. "Dry your eyes, Cinderella," said the fairy. "I am your fairy godmother, and we have work to do. Go to the garden and fetch me the biggest pumpkin you can find," her fairy godmother said. Cinderella was puzzled, but did as she was told. Swoosh! With a wave of her hand, Cinderella's fairy godmother transformed the pumpkin into a beautiful coach. Next, the fairy godmother searched around the courtyard and rounded up 4 white mice and a rat. Swoosh! 4 gleaming white horses and a smart coachman appeared. "That's that. Now for you," said the fairy godmother. Swoosh! In a burst of twinkling stars, Cinderella's plain dress was transformed into waves of silk, and on her feet were 2 dainty crystal slippers. "I feel like a princess," gasped Cinderella, stepping into the coach. "You look like a princess," smiled her fairy godmother. "But remember, my magic won't last. On the final stroke of 12, everything you see before you will disappear." When Cinderella entered the ballroom, a murmur rippled around the room. "She must be a princess," whispered the guests. They couldn't take their eyes off the beautiful girl, and neither could the prince. He rushed over and asked her to dance. All night long, Cinderella and the prince twirled around the dance floor. Anastasia and Drusilla watched grumpily from the side. Suddenly, the palace clock began to strike. Bong, bong. Cinderella remembered the warning. The magic was about to end. "I'm sorry," she cried. "I have to go." The prince chased after her, but he was too late. All that remained was a glass slipper twinkling in the moonlight. The following morning, the prince set out to find the beautiful girl from the ball. "Every girl in the land must try the slipper," he said. Girl after girl tried to squeeze her foot into the tiny shoe, but with no success. Finally, the prince arrived at Cinderella's house. Anastasia and Drusilla fought over the glass slipper, but no matter how much they squashed and squeezed, they could not force their big feet into the dainty shoe. "Is there no one else?" asked the prince. "There's Cinderella," said her father bravely. "Let her try," said the prince, kneeling to slip the shoe onto Cinderella's pretty foot. "It fits," he cried happily. "My search is over. Will you marry me?" Cinderella agreed at once. "But she can't," shrieked her furious stepmother. She didn't even go to the ball. Suddenly, the room was filled with light as the fairy godmother appeared. She transformed Cinderella's dress into the beautiful ball gown once again. There could be no mistake. Cinderella was the one. The wedding took place the very next day, and this time, you don't just look like a princess, whispered her fairy godmother. You really are one. The prince and Cinderella lived happily ever after in the palace. Meanwhile, Anastasia and Drusilla had to polish their own shoes and iron their own dresses, and that made them grumpier than ever.